Hello my friends, and welcome to apparently our Halloween special this year. This is going to be a PM skincare routine featuring new skincare releases. As always, timestamps and links are in the description box below. My makeup remover is going to have to work very hard tonight, and I did want to tell you, this video has a little bit of an unusual flow to it. We're going to start with the Beauty of Joseon products that I mentioned in my last video. These are morning products, or this one can be morning or evening, but I'm wearing those now. We'll go ahead and talk about those now. I'll show you the application. Some of you may remember this from past years, but usually around this time of the year, we don't see a lot of, in particular, Western releases because brands are busy coming out with skincare sets or holiday sets. And I initially thought about using some of these sets in tonight's video, but I think we're just going to go ahead and do a separate video about sets. I caved, I bought some in the Sephora VIB sale. Finally tried the Summer Fridays lip balm. Finally. I feel like I just bought that because it was such a struggle to get that set. What's that expression? Scarcity leads to desire, something like that. Yeah, anyway. We're going to do that in the future. Tonight's video is just the few new releases that I, for the most part, bought. And then to disclose the products that were gifted, we're going to try on a product from Herborian, as well as a product from Regelica tonight. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope you all have a good upcoming Halloween, or maybe you already celebrated a bit on Saturday. Some of us might relate to that. So let's start out this video by talking about these Beauty of Joseon products. So these have been met with such mixed feedback. Actually, it's been out for a while. Let's just go ahead and talk about the Ginseng Moist Sun Serum from Beauty of Joseon. I was hesitant to buy this. You know, it does include some fragrance, it does include some alcohol, and ultimately some people are not interested in products that contain those ingredients. I don't like to tell you what to do. I will tell you that for me personally, there's always a bit of hesitance in products that do contain fragrance. But I'm shocked by how often they work out for me. Really, for me, as long as I avoid the very specific fragrance ingredients that I have a known allergy to, most fragrance works out for me. Anyway, I talked myself into it. A lot of people had asked me about it. You know, I love ginseng, I love Beauty of Joseon, I love Korean sunscreens. Hypothetically, I should love this. But here's how it went for me to use this. So the first time I tried it on, look, I don't love pumps, I love squeeze tubes, so there were some points deducted there. Then when I put it on my skin, first of all, you can barely smell the fragrance. So I applied it to my skin and I was thinking, well, it's all right. You know, I expected more fragrance. I also expected more alcohol. It kind of stays a bit moist on your skin. But it was so easy to apply, so fast, you know, great filters in this, including one that I don't see, two that I don't see too often in K-beauty products. And I was thinking, okay, you know, it's nice. I don't know if I quite like it as much as the Numbuzzin or the P-Calm that I reviewed in that video. And then I tried it today under makeup, and let me tell you, this is an incredible sunscreen to use as a primer under foundation. That surprising moist sensation that I felt, I feel like that is exactly the characteristics that lead to this, at least in my experience. So understand, I went from concerned to thinking, okay, it's not too bad. I don't know if it's going to stand out, to now sitting here and telling you, I actually love this. I actually love this. Now, again, this might not be something every person is looking for, and I want to share that one of you had commented on Friday's video that you think this is more for oily to combo skin, and I can see why. It's not a heavy moisturizing primer, but it's that exact characteristic, that it's not heavy, but it stays feeling moist, that makes it a perfect product for under foundation. I'm so glad I tried it. It's a strange direction for Beauty of Joseon because they had just reformulated their whole brand to be fragrance-free, and now they're like, we'll just put a little bit of fragrance in here. So I understand why some people are actually kind of upset about this release, but I will tell you, I'm very happy I tried it. Y'all, this is a hit too. This is the Light On Serum with Centella and Vitamin C. I feel like these two products have rekindled my love for Beauty of Joseon, which was starting to wane just a bit. I'm not sure why. I still love some products from them, but just a bit. This is a vitamin C derivative serum. So if you struggle with L-ascorbic acid, which requires a low pH, this one will not sting your skin. Keep in mind the pros and cons here. The pros being L-ascorbic acid has more research, but it can be irritating for sensitive skin types. 3-O-ethyl ascorbic acid has less research, but it may be much less irritating. This is just skincare for you. There's pros and cons with everything, and you have to be the one to determine what suits your needs the most. But let me tell you what I really love about this. 3-O-ethyl ascorbic acid usually is in these kind of water-free formulas wherein you can feel this very oily sensation. And so Beauty of Joseon said, what if instead of putting it in a gel kind of base, what if we gave it a creamier base? And that solves the problem because now it feels intentionally creamy instead of, oh, it's supposed to be a gel, but don't mind that it feels oily. I do want to mention it doesn't technically contain fragrance, but it does have a citrus extract ingredient in it. Just make sure to always double check the extracts, especially if you do have a more sensitive skin type. Again, pumps are never my personal preference, but it does make sense in a product like this. They did a good job on this. So we're now getting into the PM skincare routine. I have to admit to you, this in itself is a whole look. Is it spooky or are we doing skincare? We are somehow directly in the middle right now, and it's kind of hilarious. Let's get to taking this makeup off. I wanted to tell you all, this is absolutely stickers from the brand Face Lace. There is no way that I can draw stars. I can not even really draw straight lines. Listen, nothing about this channel is straight. The access that we have in this day and age to things like this that can help you, create a fun look, it's absolutely amazing. If I wanted to look like this back in the early aughts, I had to draw it myself, and it did not look anywhere near as good as this does. Y'all have it good, Gen Z, in some ways. Sorry about your concert tickets. Oh, I am really sorry. I remember paying $75 for 9-inch nails years ago and thinking that was expensive. Let's take it all off. I'm going to be using the new-ish, at this point, Origins Checks and Balances Milky Oil Cleanser. It's a biphase product, which is going to be kind of a theme in this video. And of course, you shake it up and mix the two phases. The first time I used this, listen, I did it all wrong. I put it on a cotton pad. I kind of treated it like Bifacil, which is also a biphase product. It is much more of a cleansing balm in a liquid solution. So I'm just going to pour it into my hand, and then we're going to work it into that eyeshadow first. I have become a raccoon. Well, it's coming off, but I admit my eyes are not super comfortable at the moment. I forgot to grab a nice looking cloth for today's video. I'm using an old one. It's clean, but it's old, and with removing makeup like this, it is quite stained. All right, let's do the lips. I have mixed feelings about the fact that I can now tell you that this makeup remover tastes good. All right, now let's get all the foundation off. It does emulsify. I am not going to show that on camera. I'm just going to go to the bathroom and finish up cleansing here. So I will cherish this moment real quickly. Beautiful. And be right back. It did it. Okay, I have to admit some things. I like this a lot more than I expected to now that I've figured out how to use it. Again, do not use this on a cotton pad. It is a cleansing balm in a... It's kind of a cleansing oil, but a biphase one. It did sting my eyes. I know that can be a big thing for a lot of people. So even for me, going forward, what I'll do with this is start with my biphase makeup remover for my eye makeup and then use this around the rest of my face. But yeah, I'm actually surprised. Don't ever pay full price for this. Those of you that shop at Ulta, I am sure we will see this in a 21 Days of Beauty or Love Your Skin event. But I liked it. Yeah, if you need a cleansing oil type of product, it actually surprised me. Now let's move on to a sample size cleanser for tonight. I bought the Estee Lauder foundation in that video, and I got a whole gift with purchase bag. So I thought we would try out this new product. It is their Advanced Night Cleansing Gelée with 15 amino acids. I'm really perplexed by this. They were saying that if you use this before you apply your Advanced Night Repair Serum, the cleanser helps with the absorption. What? Is that because we have already removed the makeup so the skincare can penetrate better, or is there actually something going on in this formula? We'll see. Not that I can really test that for myself, so it's a gel cleanser. I do have some water here. Should we apply it to dry skin or foam it off my hands? Let's try foaming it. So it definitely does foam up, all right. I do not have a clue how to describe the smell in this product. I don't know. You know, it seems nice. It does seem nice. It's just that as cleansers tend to go for me, I just feel like there's so many good, affordable options. And that's why even when I really like the more expensive cleansers, it's hard for me to ever tell you that those are objectively better than the drugstore options because they're actually, for me, really the same. And so it becomes, why tell you that a $40 product is better than a $10 product? Like I've said before, prices always factor in at least a little bit into my opinions. I forgot my little wristlet things. I'm gonna rinse, I'll be right back. And we're back. I feel like this is fine, not really too much else to add, but I would be interested in understanding why they are saying a cleanser helps with absorption of a serum afterwards. Let's move on to a mask that I'm just gonna bluntly tell you, I don't know why I bought this. I mean, I do know, because I like the Korean brand I Do Care. They're also available at Ulta, which is nice if anybody wants to try Korean products without importing them. I bought the kit, so I got the cookie headband, and I've got to say, I Do Care, this is the right direction for you with the headbands. Usually their headbands are so small, but ultimately, this is such an unusual mask. They're saying it's a purifying cookie dough ice cream inspired mask that is a sweet gift for the skin. Reminisce on your childhood, featuring cocoa powder, cocoa butter, and glacier water to purify, soothe, and moisturize. I mean, they say it purifies and soothes, but we don't really talk that much about cocoa butter for that purpose. Wait, let me show you the product. I have tried this once before, so this will be my second time tonight, and I will say I like the experience of using it because it does smell like cookie dough. Oh, it does smell good. I do like the smell of it. This would be a really, really good mask for younger people, for a slumber party, because it's so innocuous. It's such an innocuous mask. It's not, introducing actives where you gotta be careful what you pair it with. But in saying that, it also means that it's not doing a ton. In other words, this could be a product where you might possibly review this by saying, it kind of does nothing. You all probably know that I don't really like that type of phrasing because it's not doing nothing. It is giving your skin antioxidants. It's not giving you a clay formula, which I think is what I thought it was. I like that it's not too drying on my dry skin. It's just also, I didn't need to buy this. Because if I really sit here and ask, what is this mask adding into this routine that I wouldn't have had if I didn't do this mask? Ultimately, the answer is, it's adding the experience. It's adding reminiscing my childhood. It's kind of fun to do a mask, but it's pretty optional in this routine. Still, we talk a lot about skincare for mature skin on this channel. We don't talk as much about skincare for tweens and teens, and frankly, this might be a good choice for that age group. And many years from now, when those tweens and teens of today buy a skincare product that promises to let you reminisce to your childhood, it won't just be associated with only cookie dough, but also a cookie dough mask. We're moving right into our serum step with the Herborian Multi-Perfecting Night Oil. So they sent this over along with those cleansers that I tried on in our barrier routine. I gotta admit, I like the cleansers. They are quite a nice experience to use. And this is a bi-phase product. I will admit with this one, I forgot it's a bi-phase product the first time I went to use it. I do kind of wish, even though I do appreciate the packaging as it's protecting the ingredients inside, it did mean that I forgot. I didn't see the 2 layers. There's a lot going on in this product. First of all, because you have your oil layer and your watery layer, you're getting a serum and oil all in one. And I do feel like that's the benefit of these kind of more expensive Korean skincare brands. You know, you always have choices in how you do your skincare routine. Do you want to take the ordinary approach where you select every ingredient and you buy them kind of separately and layer them all? Or do you want to buy more of an all-in-one product? Typically, the all-in-one products cost more because it's difficult for the formulators to figure out how to put all of those ingredients together. We also have a lot going on in this formula. So you have gluconolactone, that's your PHA, that is your much larger molecule that exfoliates more on the surface of your skin. It is not irritating for me. I have said it before and I will say it again. I struggle with AHA ingredients, but PHA is typically so gentle that I don't run into problems with it. We have ginseng, we have oat, we have some brightening licorice in here, some cica. It's a beautiful formula. What I will say with this one is 2 things. First of all, it does contain fragrance. My skin is getting along with it, but worth noting. And I will say, I think you're gonna like this a lot more if you have dry skin. You can probably see that it does make my skin look a little oily. I don't mind. I mean, again, they're saying it's a night oil. I go to bed looking very greasy very often, if not just about every night. But I will honestly say, I don't know if everyone will love the feel of it, and yet if you have dry skin and you crave the emollient feeling in particular, I think you will like it. How did I film my intro to this video and forget to tell you that Stratia actually sent over the new Lipid Gold eye cream? How did I forget to tell you that? Do you know how excited this package made me? As a big fan of Lipid Gold, let me tell you, oh, I didn't even know I needed this. You know, I'm always iffy on eye creams. I'm always iffy on sharing eye creams because it's important to say that it is an optional step, but if you like eye creams, you are allowed to like them. And I do. I like eye creams. But talk about an eye cream that is perfect for me. This is focused on repair. You're giving me sea buckthorn, ceramides, now also with peptides. It's like it's already the egg. It's already right there in one product. There's even algae in this, of course, lipids. I think I do like the change of the name from Liquid Gold to Lipid Gold because, yes, that emphasizes the lipid content here. Anyway, yet again, Stratia knocked it out of the park. I'm sorry in advance if this ends up becoming another favorite on this channel. We are moving on to our final step tonight, and this is from a brand new, we'll say American Korean skincare brand. This is the brand Regelica, and they only have 2 products right now. So they reached out to me. Little did they know that I had already been eyeing them. I like what they're doing. I will just put some information about them up on the screen. I don't ever like reading things to you all. I just feel like you all can read. I know you can read. I think that because they are an American Korean brand, they are very, very familiar with the way we do things in the West and why that might not be optimal for everybody, such as people with sensitive skin, like me. Again, this is a little bit more of a brand that is for more mature skin. It is a brand that only has 2 products. They are putting a lot into each of the 2 products rather than offering 6 different products for you to buy. So tonight we're going to try on the bakuchiol and niacinamide anti-aging cream with 0.5% bakuchiol, 7 seaweed extracts. This whole routine has so much seaweed and I love it. 2% niacinamide, yes. That is the perfect level for my skin type, and 5 ceramides. Now, I have not tried this yet, but we're gonna go for it. I believe the formula looks innocuous enough that it should be okay. Granted, always patch test everything. Do not do what we do. We try on too much, and sometimes it goes poorly, right? Right? All right, so they say this is for visible correction of signs of aging related to skin thinning. Let me try to capture the blending out of this. That blends out so nicely, and yet it does have a little bit of a thicker feel, which is exactly what I expect in products that are designed for more mature skin. You just do need a little bit more moisture as you get a bit older. You do. I am really liking how this feels. This is a gorgeous formula, and by the way, this is a clean brand if you're into that, and also a cruelty-free brand, which I think is nice to see. I've talked about quite a few more mature, skin-friendly Korean brands, but they're not all cruelty-free, unfortunately. This was a very moisturizing routine. My skin is feeling amazing. Probably not a routine for oily skin types, but on my dry, acne-prone skin, this is all feeling really nice. But that's it for tonight's video. As always, thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I hope you all have a wonderful Halloween, and I will see you all next time.